Hey everyone, Sensor here and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Now in this video we're going to do a guide on Fischl, the electric archer. Now Fischl is very strong, especially considering she's only a 4-star. Even without any constellations she's strong, but if you manage to get like even one, then she just becomes really good. But with the right gear, um, and knowing how she works, she can be very good as a main DPS or even as just straight up support. So yeah, she's really strong if you give her like basic attack stuff, and she's also just one of my favorite characters. And I personally just like having a ranged character because I played the beginning of the game for a while without using any sort of archer or catalyst user, and it's a struggle, especially as you can see from the water boss. It can be difficult. But this video I'm going to definitely explain everything about Fischl, how she works, her kit, and build on what kind of stats you should go for, what are good weapons and good artifact sets. So let's get to it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is start off with her talents, just, a basic kit, and then I'll go over, like, preferred weapons and artifact and stats and all that. So, she's a bow user, and she's got, just regular shots. She's got a charged attack for aim shot, and because she's electric, her aim shot will deal electric damage. And if you look at the attributes here, now this is after, getting her talents at level 6, but as you can see, her regular attack damage compared to her fully charged aim shot, it's a lot of damage. Now you also have to realize that, she attacks a lot faster. So let me just, so as you can see, this is a regular attack, and then a charged shot, that's a fully charged shot. So as you can see, even though that charge shot is a lot of damage, you can get a lot more, normal attacks in. So, but yeah, that's just her regular attacks, and then her Oz, her skill, and burst are what makes her really strong, and which allows her to be support. So she can be support or main DPS. I personally like using her as DPS, but let's go ahead and go over Night Rider. You summon Oz, the Night Raven, and it'll do electric damage and a small AoE when it's summoned, and will continually attack, doing more electro damage. And you can hold the skill to adjust where you will summon it at, and then you can also just press the skill at any other time to bring Oz back to Fischl's side. Or Fischl, I don't remember how to pronounce her name. And then this is, how much damage. Lasts for 10 seconds, 25-second cooldown. Now her burst also causes Oz out, but it summons Oz, and for that duration, then Fischl will become Oz. So you can move around. It's only like for a couple seconds, but it makes her move really quickly. You'll hit any enemies that you're nearby, and then afterwards, Oz will remain on the field, just like if you would have used Knight Rider. And if Oz is already on the field, when you use this, it'll just reset the duration. So it does a decent amount of damage. Its energy cost isn't that bad, and it's a 15-second cooldown. So the cool thing about this, which makes her good at support or main DPS, so for support, for instance, you can use Oz and then just bring it out. So you can just bring Oz out, right? And then I can just switch, and Oz will still continue to attack, right? Now, the only thing that makes it a little bit annoying is obviously if I move away, Oz isn't going to move unless I switch back to Fischl and then, you know, make him come back. So even though she can be a support, same thing with the Night Raven or the Phantasmagoria, I can call that out, call her ultimate out, and then switch to somebody else. But for me, it's personally just kind of annoying to have to keep switching out just to bring the Raven. Like if I have to, maneuver the Raven. So if I'm going to use Fischl, I like actually using her as a, one of my main damage dealers instead of just bringing her out for that. But yeah, it works. And if you combined, because of the fact that Midnight Phantasmagoria resets the cooldown of Night Raven, you can kind of time your Night Rider and then the Midnight. So you can have the Night Rider out, right, for a little bit, and then use the Midnight Phantasmagoria, and it'll reset the duration. So then, and then by the time that's over, then you'll probably be able to use Night Rider again. So you can keep Oz up quite a lot, especially if you're mainly playing her. Now for her other two passives, When you hit Oz with a fully charged aim shot, you'll bring down a Thundering Retribution, which is you just do this big AoE damage. So you won't really be able to see the damage, but like if I hit him with a charge shot, yeah, he doesn't. He's not actually going to be doing it because he's not attacking. But I'll go. I'll actually show that in a little bit when I go and find some people. But what would happen is if it's attacking, you would hit it and then it'll do this like lightning strike basically would come down, kind of like the icon shows. And it does quite a bit of damage too. So like if you need to do AoE damage and strong electric damage, her charge shot, especially mixed with Oz, is really strong. Now, for our other one, this is when you I believe this is one. I forget which ones are which, but like one of them is when you get to Ascension level 4, and it's if a character triggers an electro-related elemental reaction while Oz is on the field, then um, electric damage equal to 80% of Fischl's attack will happen. So yeah, it's this is again makes you good for support because it's anybody as long as Oz is on the field, any character that does an electric reaction. And this is also good for, you bring Oz out, switch to somebody else like ice or fire, cause that reaction, and then more damage will happen. So that's why she can do both. And then the other one is just non-combat related. So now let's go over her stats and weapons and artifacts. So first of all, the way what I have right now is I have 120% crit damage. And my crit rate is only 22%, but I do have the Berserker set, which I'll show in a second. Now, I personally think that crit is definitely the way to go with her. Attack, obviously, you want as much attack as you can, trying to get that as your main stat, and then you want crit damage and crit rate. 120% crit damage is really nice, and 20% is not that high. I would say you want to shoot for like 40% or higher, especially because she's a fast attacking person. Um, a lower crit rate's not that bad. But my weapon that I'm using right now is Rust because it has attack percentage, which is fantastic. And then it also increases normal attack damage by 40% at the level that I'm at right now. So this is a really great bow for Fischl because it's giving her a lot of attack and her normal attack is going to be really high. So just her attacking, just regular attack is going to be really strong. And I do have two of her constellations. Um, but the first one is what really matters because it will allow when Oz is not on the field, Oz will still do a joint attack. You'll see this orb around her, and it'll be 22% of the attack damage. So now for the set, I have the full Berserker set, and I do think this is the best set to use. Uh, if you want having a two-piece of Berserker and then like a two-piece of like Gladiators or Braveheart because the 18 extra percent attack, it just depends on how much crit that you have and want. If you have a lot of crit, then you can get away with having only two of the set. Because the other, I personally don't really like the four-piece bonus because you have to be below 70%. But because I really wanted high crit damage and because my crit rate was low, that's why I went with the four piece because it gives me an extra 24% crit. So I effectively have like 46, I think, 46% crit. Yeah. I effectively have 46% crit whenever I'm below 70%. So that's 46% crit with 120% crit damage. Yeah, she hits really hard because of that. Um, so yeah, what I personally have though, I have this. The reason why I have such high is because I have this crit damage mask. I still would prefer attack percentage, and I also have this crit rate one. But because of having the four set, the extra crit damage I think was more important because yes, my crit rate would be higher and I would be critting a little bit more, but this extra damage makes it much more worthwhile. So now I'm going to go ahead and show how this works in combat. Alright, before I show some more of the combat, I forgot to mention one thing is her talent books because this is important for people that are going to prepare for Fischl if they don't have her or whatever. She needs the ballot guidebooks, the talent books. So you can get those on Wednesdays and Saturdays in the Domain of Mastery Realm of Slumber. You can also get them on Sundays, but I don't recommend Sunday since it's so random what you get. So Wednesdays and Saturdays, at the Domain of Mastery, Realm of Slumber is how you get Fischl's talent books, the ballot talent books. And also, if you are, obviously you need to ascend her, she needs the lamp grass, the small lamp grass, which can be found in Woven Dome or Whispering Woods, in the Mondstadt area. And then she will need the arrowheads that drop from the ranged hilly turtles. So, and of course the electric. Well, you got to kill the electro hypostasis for that. But those are the materials you're going to need to ascend her and to get her talents up, because that's really important. So now I just wanted to show. First, I want to show the charged attack with Oz. So he is there now. I will fully charge if I'm not getting hit. Wow. Okay. Yep. I'll have to wait because they keep hitting me. But also you see the little orb, it does extra damage. So like as you can see, that's a lot of damage, a lot of regular attack damage. And I'm gonna hit Oz. So yeah, there's a little lightning strike that comes down. You see, does a lot of damage. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Midnight. So it's a lot of damage, as you can see, and he keeps attacking. Like Oz himself can just like kill everybody. And yeah, because of the rust, because of all the bonuses, it's so much damage. Like it's hard to it's actually hard to kind of show because she just kills him so fast. But yeah, and now I can use Oz again, right? So like if I were to go and find some other means, I'm not going to right now. But oh look, some lamp grass. Oh, never mind. I'll go ahead and show this little bit here before ending the video. So now I can send Oz out again. And yeah, just keep attacking. Like look how much damage that is. And now I can use Phantasmagoria. So even though once Oz goes away here, I can just do this. Now Oz is back. And just look how much damage that is. It's crazy. So that like that extra crit damage and with the crit rate that I have, and I'm at below 70%, definitely worth it. So she's definitely my favorite bowman. She's only a 4-star and definitely one of the strongest characters in the game. So, but yeah, that's all I wanted to do when I was talking about Fischl. If you liked the video, please give a like, subscribe for future videos, and we'll be doing more character guides. And as always, thanks for watching.